driving, and a whole lot more. Hey, have you driven a Ford? Driven a Ford? Lately, have you driven a Ford? Driven a Ford? Driven a Ford? Driven a Ford?
Lately it seems I've got a lot more style, and everywhere I go I get a great big smile.
Have you driven a Ford? Have you driven a Ford? Have you driven a Ford lately?
Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury on the ArchieLuxury channel, and today, guys, I want to talk about the headline about Ford, one of the huge American motor manufacturers. The headline is Ford will stop making cars except for two crappy fucking models. So firstly, before we start, let's do a Rolex wristwatch check. I'm wearing a bluesy two-tone Submariner because I'm middle-aged. I'm at the peak of my earning curve. I'm the prime candidate for a Ford, and I'm telling Ford, stick it up your fucking ass, you lousy cunts. That's right, stick it up your fucking ass. And just having a look at, this is from Fortune magazine. It says, this is by Bloomberg. It says Ford will stop making cars except for two models. Ford Motor Company is sharpening its cost-cutting knives and cleavering another $11.5 billion from spending in the coming years to reach an exclusive profit margin target ahead of schedule. The automaker now, okay, so they're all doing it for money. We know this. Ford is a bunch of greedy sons of bitches. Yada, yada, yada. A turnaround has eluded Ford even after the board ousted executive chief officer almost 2 years ago. The new CEO, Jim Hackett, Jim Fuckett, often known in the industry, Fuckett, that's what he's nicknamed in the industry. They're talking about his plan of getting rid of slow-selling, low-margin cars and refocus the company on more lucrative sport utility vehicles and pickups. It's similar to the roadmap of Fiat Chrysler automobiles, which basically they make fucking garbage. Fiat Chrysler make absolute fucking garbage. Everything will be on the table to fix Ford. We can make different investments. We can partner. We can exit products, markets. We will do that. Okay, so it's very, very interesting. They interestingly enough, Ford will be eventually reducing its car lineup to the Mustang and an all-new Focus Activity crossover coming out next year. That's 2020. So basically, they're going to be keeping the Mustang and a Focus crossover vehicle. And so let's have a look at that. The Focus is Ford's smaller car. They're going to turn that into a crossover. The Focus is known for many reliability issues. Just Google Focus UK. They got some really fucking shocking powertrains in the UK there. Fuck, talk about seals and engines just exploding in fire. I don't know why you'd honestly keep that horror story going, and it's almost as bad as the safety record of the Mustang itself. Yes. If you look at the ANCAP safety rating of the Ford Mustang, big, heavy muscle car, 2-star rating. Yes.
Here is the car that you've been waiting for. It's a great way of driving and a whole lot more. Hey, have you driven a Ford? Have you driven a Ford lately? Ford? Have you driven a Ford?
Lately it seems I've got a lot more style, and everywhere I go I get a great big smile.
Here is the car that you've been waiting for. It's a great way of driving and a whole lot more. Hey, have you driven a Ford? Driven a Ford? Lately, have you driven a Ford? Driven a Ford, a Ford, a Ford.
Lately it seems I've got a lot more style, and everywhere I go I get a great big smile.
Have you driven a Ford? Have you driven a Ford? Have you driven a Ford?
Yes, it's quite a dangerous car. Even apparently, statistics are even being on the same street with somebody who owns a Mustang increases your chance of dying before 50 by 65%. It's a bit of a bad omen. Ford themselves there. I've got to be honest with you. I was a Ford customer in the 90s in Australia. I had a BMW 3 Series, which I unfortunately had a little prang in, and it started to overheat and have problems. So I immediately wanted to give it to a dealer, and I bought a Ford Mondeo, and that was an absolute piece of fucking shit. I got to be honest with you. Ford, they gave me a 2-year warranty if I had because I picked it up on the 30th of December. If I would have picked it up on the 1st of January, I would have had the extra warranty, which they told me to get fucked. So I got to tell you now, Ford, I got to be completely honest with you. I come from a Ford family. When I was a younger man, my dad, he was a merchant banker with a very prestigious merchant bank. He worked for a merchant bank called Chase NBA. That's right. Now, if you Americans recognize Chase, yes, Chase Manhattan and National Australia Bank. This is the original paperweight I pinched from my father's executive office. This is the paperweight I nicked. I nicked the fucking thing. Chase NBA Group. There we go. It's a marble paperweight. And let me tell you this, when my dad was an executive at Chase NBA, he had a Ford Fairmont Ghia. It was a XE. It was just before unleaded fuel came in. And so we had a Fairmont Ghia. And so we're a long owner of Ford. My dad had a Falcon XB in the 70s, Coca-Cola bottle shape. We had the Fairmont Ghia, then we had some X. After that, we had an XF when my dad left the merchant bank because they were a bunch of nasty cunts. That's right, selling loans to developers that they just, and the market was collapsing. I think my old man was concerned the market was sort of tanking, and because they were American, sales, everything was sales. And so we had a lot of Fords, and you know what? Ford makes fucking garbage. I want to say it now on the internet. I want to say it now. My father, he now drives a Mercedes-Benz. He drives a Mercedes. And before he could afford Mercedes, Toyota and Honda. And he said to me, I would never, ever buy a Ford again. Ford makes garbage. That's AC2. Straight out of AC2's mouth. I would never buy a Ford vehicle again. As for me, Archie Luxury AC3, guess what, fuckers? Guess what? I had the Mondeo. What a fucking piece of shit. And I bought my Mondeo from Denmark Ford. And I remember I had some troubles with the car. They were fucking cunts. Denmark Ford, you're a bunch of cunts. I rang them up. They wouldn't fucking do a thing to help me. Fucking hopeless. Fucking terrible car. And I remember when they closed down, I rang them up and said, I just rang up to gloat. I'm glad to see you fuckers out of business. I was very happy to see Denmark Ford out of business.
Have you driven a Ford? Driven a Ford? Lately.
Everybody's driving.
Have you?
Everybody's having fun. Have you driven a laser? Round and around and round and round and round. Have you driven a laser? Round and around.
Have you?
Everybody's driving.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
Absolutely. It couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of cunts with that Ford product. Absolute fucking garbage. Absolute fucking garbage. Ford makes terrible products. Badly made, poor quality, fucking garbage. And I gotta be completely frank with you there. I like these executives, you know, they always look to other reasons. Oh, nobody buys sedans anymore. They want SUVs. Yeah, tell that to somebody who owned an Exploder. Tell someone who owned an Exploder. They will never buy Ford again. Okay? I think you executives on the big fucking salaries, you are fucking delusional. You are so far fucking delusional, it's not fucking funny. I gotta be honest with you. You people are fucking nuts. You people are fucking nuts. And the reason why people won't buy Ford is because you've sold a lousy product. You've given lousy service, you've ripped your customers off, and I would never, until my dying day, I will never, ever buy a Ford product again. So I just want to say to Jim Fuckett, stick it up your fucking ass, Jimmy boy! Stick it up your fucking ass, Jimmy. It couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of cunts. You guys are going broke. Yeah, it won't be long, Jimmy. I mean, let's be honest, you make fucking garbage. You make fucking garbage. And I think it couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of cunts. You lousy sons of bitches. I saw you in the Pinto disaster. You were cunts. You people are nasty fucking cunts. And I can't wait for you guys to close the fucking doors, because you make a lousy product long enough, no one will fucking buy it. I've only got one friend in recent times who was stupid enough to buy a Ford. I only got one friend, and believe you me, fuckers, he's a fucking dog trainer. My mate, the dog trainer. That's my one mate who wrote "Let Dogs Be Dogs." That applies to the Ford Exploder the idiot bought. I mean, they are fucking... He's going to learn the hard way. That's the only person in recent times I know has willingly bought a Ford, and he's going to fucking live to regret that. Believe you me, he's going to live to regret that. So all I want to say to Ford is, yeah, you sell a lousy product long enough that nobody fucking wants, you will go broke. Thank God for capitalism. And as for Jim Fuckett, it couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of cunts. I'm Archie Luxury talking about Ford's demise. Fuck you, Ford!
In a world of new age sensitivities comes a car that delivers true inner peace. A fully independent rear suspension that's at one with the road. And a new 6-cylinder VCT engine so advanced, it delivers the economy of a 6 with the power you'd expect from a V8. The sensitive new age Fairmont gear. Hug a corner today.
Take my eyes on me, my thoughts on me just grow.